Imagine this. You're in your Google self-driving car going to the movies with your friend. Suddenly, your car turns a corner and you find yourself heading straight for a large rubbish truck. Your car is faced with a decision. Continue going forwards, minimising harm to others even if it means risking your life, swerving left into the cyclist next to you, prioritising your safety, or taking the middle option by swerving right into the car next to you. Which does your car do? If you were in that same situation but you were driving a normal car, whatever you choose to do will be recognised as a reaction, a quick decision based on all the evidence from that moment, not a predetermined programmed decision that doesn't take into account what is actually happening at the time, but not a Google car. Can we really trust these robotic cars? Will we be safe? I strongly believe that Google cars are a bad idea. Let's take another example. Say you're in the same situation, but this time, to your left there is a car with a family of 5 in it, and to your right there is a car with only one person in it. Again, what does your Google car do? Endanger one person's life to save 5. Unethical decisions are my first reason why Google cars are a bad idea. Very tricky decisions will have to be made in order to bring Google cars into our daily life. It's easy to offer up generalisations like reducing harm and saving as many lives as possible, but these quickly lead to more very difficult decisions. If we don't use Google cars in the future, then we will not need to make these unethical decisions. Who will be making these decisions anyway? Google employees? Governments? Programmers? If Google are going to be selling us these cars, then we deserve to know who has made the decisions, why, and most importantly, what they are. I strongly believe that Google cars are a bad idea. Another reason why Google cars are a bad idea is due to the many technical faults. For a start, Google cars can't drive themselves in 99% of our country. And what if there is unexpected weather? Google cars can't drive in rain, let alone gale force winds and snowstorms. Imagine a frosty morning. You're driving past roadworks, drinking a nice hot coffee. Then bam, you hit a pothole and your coffee goes everywhere. Google cars don't recognise potholes, or worse, open manholes, not unless they're marked with road cones. Yikes. Alberto Broggi, a professor studying autonomous driving at Italy's Università di Parma, quotes, "I'm worried about how a map-dependent system like Google's will respond if a route has seen changes. We know roads change over time, but will these cars be able to adapt? Google cars can see moving objects, like normal cars, but only a pre-made map lets it know about the presence of certain stationary objects, like traffic lights. Better not forget about those." Right, so Google cars can't drive on wet, uneven, or unmapped roads. But the roads we use every day to school won't cause any problems, right? Wrong. Roads change over time, and that means road construction, detours, temporary stop signs, and all kinds of other unexpected changes. Google cars also aren't great at detecting pesky humans walking across the road. Chris Urmson, director of the Google car team, agrees. Pedestrians are simply detected as moving, column-shaped blurs of pixels. These cars also can't recognise the difference between a policeman and an escaped convict. Have you considered hackers? If someone took control of your Google car, they could make it drive straight to them with you inside. Google cars are claimed to make our roads safer, but with so many technical faults, these cars do not guarantee our safety, which is why I believe they are a bad idea. Sure, Google cars are predicted to save lives by reducing human error, which is the cause of 90% of car crashes at the moment, but accidents will still happen, and there are things Google aren't admitting to. In both the scenarios stated earlier, the car design was acting as a targeting algorithm. This means it was recognising certain objects in or on neighbouring vehicles. For example, if you were biking down the road wearing a helmet, a Google car may choose to hit you instead of another cyclist without a helmet because you are more likely to survive. But is this fair? You are being the responsible one by wearing the helmet. There are still more ethical dilemmas to consider. For example, if you had to choose between a car that would save as many lives as possible or a car that would save your life at all costs, what would you choose? Hands up if you would choose the first car. Now, hands up for the second. Google claims their cars are predicted to save as many lives as possible, but whose lives will they be prioritising? The drivers of these cars, or just people in the background who happen to be at the accident scene? So imagine again, you're heading straight for that big rubbish truck. Your options are save yourself, risk your life but cause no harm to others, or the 50-50 option by hitting the car next to you. What would you do? Remembering that your decision is a quick reaction with no harm meant, not a predetermined, programmed decision. Chris Urmson says, Google cars are going to be around sooner than many people think, but these cars have so many faults, technically with the algorithms, trying to prioritise lives, with the terrain and weather limits, and also when caught in an accident situation. Even if you choose not to buy a Google car, you could just as easily suffer from the consequences of being a person in the background. Google self-driving cars are going to cause many ethical problems in the future, which is why I believe they are a bad idea.